So welcome today for another episode of Dxtalks with Ramy Kadi, who is entering into the NFT and really disrupting the world of NFTs, especially by using the Cardano blockchain. So we're going to be discovering more about what's happening, what's his collection, what's his technical aspect of Cardano, and why he chose Cardano, and the other things that goes with that NFT and the space and the hype of yourself.
Ramy Kadi, a fashion designer specialized in nouvelle couture. It's been 10 years that I have my brand and 20 days that I have my NFT collection.
20 days, yeah. You were minting, I think, the second or the third, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, exactly.
Great.
Exactly.
The question is first, why NFTs?
Why not? Because the brand and the DNA of the brand was always related to fashion and technology. So we were the first designers who did glow-in-the-dark dresses in the Middle East. We were the first designer who did cyber shows before even Corona started. The first designer who introduced recycled plastic dresses and much more. And since my team is all young people and I'm the oldest in my team, and we're always, trying to see what's new. And we've been hearing about crypto for the past 3 years, and we were all interested in that. And we thought it was the right time to launch our NFT collection as a designer.
Yeah, so I think the team, the spirit, the vibe,
exactly.
And experimentation is one of the major core of Ramy Kadi by himself as a brand.
Exactly.
So now let's jump into the technicalities of it. I know that you went on a blockchain, which is Cardano, using ADA. Everybody is going into Ethereum.
Ethereum, yes.
And we understand the problems in Ethereum. Was it the gas fees? Was it the technology? Why Cardano? Why that belief in Cardano? What made me choose it?
Exactly. I'm not gonna talk about other blockchains that are maybe very successful or not. I'm gonna talk about Cardano because I chose Cardano for many reasons. Before going into NFTs, we started understanding what is crypto, and we started researching on the projects and the good and bads of each and every project. And we really believed in the ADA token. Plus, because I'm a UNEP Goodwill ambassador for sustainable fashion, we believed that Cardano blockchain was the best for us, and this blockchain represents the identity of the brand and how we work and our ethics in work. Because we cannot be, I cannot be a designer that don't, an eco-friendly designer and that don't use animal fur, or we use ethically sourced feathers. We try to recycle everything we have, and then work with a blockchain that takes a lot of energy and lots of gas fees.
So great. So as a social responsibility
that doesn't mean we might do collabs with other blockchains in the future, but as a start and as
initial
initiative to mark our history, we wanted to start with Cardano.
That's great. Having the corporate social responsibilities and SDGs integrated in your mission is something I think everybody should follow. It's amazing, how technology is really moving, especially on the NFTs today. What are you experimenting in other things into that space also?
First of all, NFTs were very new to us. So I understood NFTs, but I didn't know how to create the NFTs. So for example, if I have created this piece of art, how would I mint it, or in which marketplace should I place it, or how to buy it and sell it? So we tried to understand this, and I hired a whole team for this purpose, because we didn't want to do things in a wrong way. In this industry there is lots of scams and fake people.
A lot of fraud.
A lot of frauds, exactly. So We hired a team for that, and our future plans now is first of all to sell our NFTs and to have a land in Pavia. This is the main metaverse, the main metaverse in Cardano, and to have our shop there and to start moving on with this project.
Regarding our last question with Ramy, we want to understand what is one advice you give or you want to give for other fashion designers in the space into entering the space of NFTs or being an eco-friendly also kind of a message that you were trying to portray always in your collection brand, mission.
I think for the designers or for any artist that wants to enter this world or this new virtual world, if we can say, is to know what they're doing and not to follow anyone's rules or anyone's steps, because you see a lot, as we said, you hear lots of wrong information. You can do this collection and you will sell out in a day, and then you'll become a millionaire, and then you can
they're following the millionaires now.
Exactly. Now you should know what is your DNA and why you're successful. What is your DNA? Why were you successful in your couture world, and then transmit the same message into NFTs. And this is why you will become successful in doing your NFTs, and this is who you are. So you shouldn't have two different identities. Those are two parallel words, and they should remain parallel with your identity.
Great. One bonus question. Surprise. Ramy, today you are designing your collection. I think it's named Lucid.
Lucid Algorithms. Yes. There was.
Why the name? One. And how people will they be able to utilize it in the metaverse?
Okay, the name of Lucid Algorithms is because we have created this collection with the help of an algorithm. Okay. So I have, I feed the computer the palette, the couleur that I wanted, the patterns, my drawings, my illustrations, the photos that I have, textures, everything I like, glitter, everything I really like. And then with the help of this algorithm, we have created the NFT collection. In the metaverse, we are now trying to create 3D avatars that walks, and for the holders of these NFTs, we will be able to create like garments. It could be a hoodie, it could be a dress, it could be a cap, it can be earphones, and there is a lot of possibilities while creating it, because we can have like wings, or we can have fire, or the pattern can be moving around you. So it's
a live project, I think.
Exactly.
So you can utilize it in a different, very interesting.
Exactly, and of course the holders can. They will have access to all our events in the future, in real life and in the metaverse. Or if it's a lady or a couture client and she likes this pattern, she has to buy this NFT so she can be able to customize her own physical couture piece.
Okay. So it goes also beyond the virtual. It goes also on the physical.
Of course, because we have our community in couture, and we shouldn't forget about it.
Thank you. One last word to our audience.
One last word for your audience is to follow us on all our platforms so you can keep updated with all our future projects.
At Ramy Kadi, right?
Yes.
Cheers. Okay, so I was informed that there's no sound. Let's test this again. Okay, so I was on mute. So let's do that again. Thank you, Olga, for your feedback. So we were saying that we had a replay and a premiering of Ramy Kadi, who is a fashion designer from the Middle East, and then he is the first one to drop his NFT, and not just drop it on something which is very trendy, but also drop it on a platform which is eco-friendly and following SDG and trying to help humanity as a whole, which is Cardano blockchain. So if you didn't catch the first part, make sure to watch the replay the minute this episode is over. So meanwhile, let me see if Tay is available. If he's not, I will be taking directly our guest. So our guest is a great guest who will be representing today uh, the Dubai METAWEEK 2022 conference that will be happening on the 8th and 9th of March. So technically next week. So Tay is not here. So let me welcome my guest and welcome to Dxtalks.
Hello. Hi, Rudy. Thanks for
How are
having
you
me
doing? Yeah, we
here.
are really glad, Olga, to have you on the talk show, and we are really glad to connect and try to see what is happening in the world today. With I just I'm I was in Dubai, and just came back, and I'm going next week again. So things are very active. I see the agenda of Dubai on the blockchain, or the advanced technologies, if I want to call them, is really hyping a lot. So first, please introduce yourself to our audience, and we'll get to the second part.
Sure. So, hello, everyone. My name is Olga Yaroshevsky. You probably have heard about me in regards to Blockchain Weeks conferences. I work for NexChange Group. NexChange Group is a media and venture builder, and we are hosts of large scale international conferences, which are usually called Blockchain Weeks. And our previous event was in Dubai, by the way, as well. We hosted Gulf Blockchain Week in October, the beginning of October, right after the Expo launch. Great attendance, huge success. Thank you, everyone who showed up for Gulf Blockchain Week. So, our next gig is, as Rudy mentioned, next week, March 8th and 9th, MetaWeek. So, this time we decided to expand our usual blockchain narrative to blockchain and metaverse, since it's the most avant-garde creation of the whole blockchain world and blockchain industry. And
Yeah.
I run content strategy for every conference, and I run program and agenda and content for MetaWeek too.
Great. Um, we've seen that hype that's really happening in the world, and Facebook changed its name and it allied it to the Meta. You spoke lightly about the conference. What will we be expecting in that conference? What are the events that are happening? If you'd mind telling us more of this week. And meanwhile, please, if you have any question, just pop it in the chat so we can before our guest departs. So, the floor is yours.
Sure. So Meta Week is essentially a week which starts on March 7th. And the core event of this week is Meta Week Summit, which happens on March 8th and 9th. And it's a full day of agenda of content flow starting from early morning and finishing late in the afternoon. We will have about 100 speakers over the course of 2 days. And you can go to themetaweek.com and check the full agenda. But just to give you some highlights, we will definitely cover any aspect of metaverse development in regards to in regards to digital assets as a financial backbone of metaverse, Web3 infrastructure, and blockchain project scalability. Of course, we will touch sustainable development and sustainable goals for both metaverse projects and blockchain projects too. One of the hottest topics, of course, over the last couple of years are NFTs, and this is not something that we're gonna miss on the agenda. We will have prominent digital artists speaking on stage, and NFT collectors, creators of the most prominent NFT platforms. So everything related to NFTs, which includes digital art and all the possible NFT applications where we can see real value and utility for non-fungible tokens. Everything will be covered. We will, of course, focus on investment strategies. We will have a lot of investors from Middle East and all over the world attending the conference. Going back to NFTs, by the way, on site MetaWeek, there will be two major NFT exhibitions. One is about mostly about dynamic NFTs, and this is a sophisticated art collection. And the other one is about women-led NFT projects. So basically, is a wonderful collection of art pieces empowering women. And luckily, the first day of our conference of the MetaWeek Summit is March 8th, which I'm sure everybody knows is International Women's Day. So we will praise women participants in this industry, in business, in tech, in all of aspects of what's going to happen. So adding to that, a lot of side events, a lot of our partners' events are also planned throughout the week. So there's a week agenda also available on the website. So I encourage everyone to buy tickets. Make sure to come to MetaWeek Summit site on March 8th and 9th, and follow the week schedule because it's being updated daily. So exciting times, lots of things happening next week.
Indeed. I just dropped on the link in the chat and also on the screen. So www the MetaWeek. We are glad to be a media sponsor also on this event, and we're happy to cover, and then hopefully we'll be part of it, and then try to bring also the awareness on this aspect of things. Dubai, I think, is a great venue by itself of knowing all of the future technologies are happening there, and the future is ours. What do you think about the whole Meta and MetaWeek? In your opinion, the future of the Meta? Just gonna dive a little bit with you. I don't want to go technical, but as part of understanding, so the people also can try to know and expect what's gonna be also covered in the conference, and what other futuristic things you guys are bringing to the region.
Sure. I would actually argue that this is a hype. I wouldn't call it a hype, maybe on a global scale.
I agree with you.
Yes, I would call it a very healthy interest in emerging technologies, and this is this is like a natural evolution in an overall interest in blockchain technology for Middle East and for UAE, especially. So there are multiple possibilities and benefits that metaverse can actually offer to businesses of any scale, because as we see, big enterprises and Web2 giants are now actively coming into this space, let alone big brands like, all the fashion brands that you can see in the headlines when you type in metaverse in your search engine. Other than that, well, the thing is that metaverse is probably one of the coolest creations of the whole blockchain world, but this is in its very early innings, and navigating through that new through that new realm, right? Through that new virtual, sophisticated reality is what we will try to do together with people who are already there. So I think one of the main things about metaverse is its absolutely unique infrastructure, which is powered by blockchain. And as we all know, blockchain has multiple applications, not only financial applications, which are of course, the most discussed and where I guess most of the hype lies in, right? But there are also dozens of non-financial applications of blockchain, and combining all that and scaling wonderful technologies that are available to the humanity now is eventually where metaverse will go. Of course, there is a crucial issue of security and privacy and safety in this new realm, because as you can imagine, it's a huge virtual world and there's an enormous amount of data, and most of that data would be private. So this is a question to which I think most of the people who will expand their businesses to will pay most attention to, because as you probably know, there are things called DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations, and this is basically one of the one of the pillars of the whole metaverse thing. People basically are united and form what we call a self-governed community, but there are still governance standards. And this is one of the most important parts here. So once community comes together, they need to set, I wouldn't call it regulation because there's obviously no regulation in the virtual world, but there are still security standards, governance standards, infrastructure standards that everybody will have to eventually follow so that we can make this wonderful new virtual cyberspace, whatever you call it, environment safe for everyone. And this is the question I think we will address during the MetaWeek Summit too. We'll have
Yeah.
amazing security experts on board too, by the way.
Well, I was speaking about that last week with another conference happening in Dubai, but also the security and the future of metaverse. We have a couple of questions, and I don't know if you first, before we take the, I'm gonna try to limit them for you. I know the time issue, but I want to take some questions because they are key questions. Do you think you have, or you can share any secrets, or behind the scenes things that's happening exclusive for our audience in the MetaWeek?
Well, no secrets here. The thing about blockchain, it being transparent, right? So
Yeah,
it's all about
indeed.
transparent. Yeah,
Or
I mean,
surprises. Let's
check
call
the
them
agenda.
surprises.
Sorry?
Surprises.
Oh, surprises. Well, we will have artists performing at the MetaWeek Summit. That's for sure. And this is another wonderful applications of NFTs, by the way, for entertainment and music industry, which is amazing, I have to say. And we will have companies, secret sauce, we will have companies on board that will be able to tell the audience about their own experiences, running events in metaverse, or transitioning music industry to metaverse, for example, with the help of NFTs. So there will be amazing artists on board. Other surprises? Oh yeah, sure. So there is so there will, once you purchase a ticket for MetaWeek, you will automatically get a unique NFT art toy, which is created specifically, exclusively for MetaWeek.
Well, that's the
Yeah, and
question we're getting next. Any discount also on the tickets?
you should go to the ticket tab on the metaweek.com, and yeah, I'm sure there are some like promo codes, so we will be able to share with the community. Yes. So once you get your ticket, there are like different levels and different types of tickets too. But once you get your ticket, you get a unique NFT avatar, which is essentially a MetaWeek avatar. And when you come to MetaWeek site, you will be able to get more of these art toys. So you can build your own collection, and up to 5 NFT gifts you will be able to get during when at the MetaWeek site. You will have to like scan QR codes and stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
this,
yeah.
this,
But that's great info. So if
this is
people are interested, especially now with Twitter and everything going on, well, it's nice to have, and it's nice to start maybe for those who didn't start an NFT space, also to have, yeah. Okay, just will NFT play a big role in Meta?
They already do actually. So basically, NFTs are a key to understanding how metaverse works. If you can imagine anything that can be like that can be transitioned from a real world to a virtual world, being a unique object, it will need a digital representation, a token. So NFT, which is non-fungible token, is that representation. It's like a digital avatar of an art piece, of a luxury handbag, of a piece of land. Real estate is also a very big thing for metaverse. So NFTs make metaverse work. It also can be applied as a reward or as an entry ticket, right? So NFTs are also sold as entry tickets to some types of events, both offline and online. So yeah, they're here to stay, and you guys should look into it.
Yeah, indeed. Let me take one last question
Sure.
from Marie Clemence, which she asks about what will the Women Blockchain Initiative, what will it be, or when it launch, what it's going to be? Because we love to support women, especially in that space. I think there's a big room for them, for the women to be
Absolutely.
part of this.
This is very important, and this has been my very own priority for the last several years. As I'm in, I've been engaged in this industry, and this is very important to support gender equality and equal representation for all genders, especially in the tech industry and especially in the blockchain industry and in tech-related business. And this is an important question for Middle East too. So I'm very happy that we have all these wonderful ladies on board, including speakers, partners, our amazing artists that take part in MetaWeek. So no specific initiative to be launched, to be honest, but we pay a lot of attention to it. Again, there will be a very special curated NFT exhibition where digital art pieces are created by women, supported, and there's a whole community which supports women artists from all over the world. So that would be something interesting to look at. So yeah, and we of course host women-led sessions on the agenda, and I think it's a wonderful, amazing chance to stop by and to get into real life networking and to meet all these wonderful women.
Yeah. I have my co-host here. I think he will be joining you live. So, uh,
Hey Rudy, what's up?
hi Tay, how are you doing? Hope all is well.
I'm good. Sorry, no video today. I'm outside, but I can't miss to give you guys the updates today. Some big
Yeah,
things are happening, and we need to talk about it. So,
definitely.
hello to our guest, and we continue in Arabic later.
Olga, you will be in the event, right?
Yes, I'm the MC. I will be
Okay.
on stage
So
all the time.
Tay will be
Won't be
there.
safe.
Hopefully, you guys connect also, and then we'll take it on from there. We'll definitely connect you both on that, and then we'll see you soon. I want to thank you again for coming on the show and for being part of Crypto Talks. And then we'll see you soon on the ground with all of the event. There's more questions, but we'll try to answer them as we go. I want to thank you again for being on the show. And stay tuned. Tay will be with us momentarily. If you have any last word to give our audience, and we thank you after that.
Sure. So everyone, I'm so happy that we managed to put this all together. Metaverse is a real thing, and you should all look into it. And I'll be looking forward to meeting everyone at MetaWeek Dubai. Please check the metaweek.com for tickets, for week schedule, for agenda, and you won't miss me. I will be on stage there. So let's keep in touch and let's catch up with MetaWeek next week.
Yeah, exactly. And this is the link again, just dropping in the chat and on our banners. Thank you again. See you
Thanks.
next week. All the best for the event. I know it's a great event. So last week, I know it's gonna be a lot of preparations meanwhile. So all the best. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Cheers.
So that was our guest, and Tay, you can start your section, and let's switch to Arabic. نرحب فيكم مرة تانية نحن بالتوك شو تبعنا بكريبتو توكس Wednesdays مع تاي. يعني it's amazing أولغا شو عطتنا بعض الفيدباك عن الميتا ويك شو عم بيصير behind the scenes. You will get your own NFTs avatar, so be there. يعني استفيدوا من الموضوع لانه this is exclusive news كمان ما كنت اعرفها وما كنا عارفينها. make sure انه تزوروا الكونفرنس. التيكتس هون. join them. تاي كيفك؟
تمام رودي، مساء الخير لك ومساء الخير لكل المتابعين. نعتذر اليوم ما في صورة. انا اكشلي اخذت مثل ما بيقولوا زاويه هاديه شوي لنقدر ندردش ونحكي شو عم يصير بالكريبتو وشو كان اهم احداث الاسبوع رقم 9. يمكن هيدا من اهم الاسابيع بعالم الكريبتو. الاون تشين داتا، خلينا نبلش بجلاس نوت. الاسبوع التاسع كان عم يحكي قصص عن الهولدرز they're not keeping their coins، يعني ما عم يخلوا الكريبتو كوينز معهم وعم يبلش في عمليات بيع، خاصة بعد ما طلعت قصة الحرب بأوكرانيا. عم نحكي أكيد عن الأسبوع الماضي قبل ما بلشت الحرب. مثل ما عم نشوف عنا كان في decline in the deposits، معناتها العالم ما كانت عم تحط مصاري بالاكسشينجز، كان في عملية سحب من الاكسشينجز وعملية بيع اجمالا مش بس بالبيتكوين ولكن بغير انواع من العملات الرقمية. هيدي عمليات البيع صارت خوفا من الحرب يلي كانت بعد ما بلشت بأوكرانيا. واليوم عم نشوف البيتكوين كسر حاجز ال 45,000. منا كتير مفاجأة، لأنه نحن دائما بنعرف أنه البيتكوين والعملات الرقمية بتشكل أداة تحوط وأداة لحماية رؤوس الأموال من الحروب والتقلبات المالية. فالمتوقع صعد سعر الكريبتو بعد بدء الحرب، وهيدا الشيء كمان شفناه بمشاهد سابقة مع حروب سابقة، وقت كانت البيتكوين مع كل عملية يعني كل حدث مهم يصير، حدث مالي مهم، يرتفع البيتكوين. هلا أنا برأيي لازم نكون دائما حذرين، لأنه التريدرز بيتخبوا ورا هيك أحداث مشان يتلاعبوا بالسوق. بعد بدنا ننطر للأسبوع الجاي لنشوف شو حكيت لنا الأون تشين داتا عن هيدي العمليات. البيتكوين كسر حاجز ال 45,000، الإثيريوم كسر حاجز 3000، وعم نحكي كمان اليوم بسياق النشرة أهم حديث عند العالم إنه هل الروس حيستخدموا البيتكوين ليتهربوا من السانكشنز أو ليتهربوا من العقوبات المالية اللي حتفرض على روسيا، وشو هي اليوز كيس الجديدة يلي شفناها بعالم الكريبتو من ناحية الحكومات. نحن كنا غطينا السنة الماضية تبني السلفادور لعملة البيتكوين كعملة محلية. شو عنا اليوم؟ حكومة أوكرانيا شو عم تعمل بالبيتكوين؟ خلينا نبلش بالأخبار رودي.
يلا نحن you can start بدك.
يلا.
بس سوري قبل بعتذر منك، ونحن بس بدنا نأكد على الحلقة اللي انعرضت مع رامي كادي بالبداية قبل 10 دقايق من الحلقة هيك. You can watch it and replay. Ramy Kadi, the first fashion designer who dropped his NFT بالمنطقة العربية وخاصة على كاردانو. وهون تحية لجماعة الكاردانو والجروب تبع أرماني watching فما تنسوا. don't forget كمان to join us على البودكاست. we will be posting هلا اللينك. وقصة alerts والفرود دايما بليز انتبهوا من الفرود. كل يوم عم نلاقي ابلكيشن جديده to check the application انه منا فرود. ما تحولوا مصاري اذا ما بتعرفوها. من جلاس نود رح ننتقل ليوكرين وتاي. نحن باوكرانيا صرنا.
تمام. رودي، مثل ما كنا عم نحكي من شوي، الحكومات كانت عم تطلع على البيتكوين كليجل تندر، كطريقه لاستقبال الاموال ب او لتبني العملات الرقميه كعمله محليه، مثل اللي صار مع السلفادور وبالبيتكوين. اليوم حكومة أوكرانيا عم تستخدم البيتكوين كوسيلة لتمويل العمليات العسكرية اللي عم تصير. عم يشتروا ذخيرة، عم يشتروا أسلحة، وهيدا شيء نحن ما كنا شايفينه من قبل وما كنا متوقعينه انه يصير، لانه بنعرف بمجتمع البيتكوين يعني هو مجتمع محايد للعنف، محايد للعمليات اللي عم تصير هلا باوكرانيا. فكانت شوي مفاجأة كبيرة انه كيف قدرت حكومة اوكرانيا تجمع. نحن حاطين على الخبر 10 مليون دولار، ولكن اليوم 37 مليون دولار قدرت حكومة أوكرانيا تجمع بعمليات دعم للبيتكوين. وصار في اليوم كمان اير دروب بقيمة 5 مليون دولار من شبكة اسمها بولكا دوت. عملوا اير دروب بأوكرانيا لمساعدة اللاجئين ومساعدة الناس هناك. فعالم العملات الرقمية عم يدخل على خط اليوم الحروب وتمويل الحروب، وهيدي إضافة أو يوز كيس جديدة عم نشوفها من الحكومات بجانب تبني العملات الرقمية كعملة محلية. الخبر الثاني رودي لو سمحت. كمان اللي موضوع بنرجع لموضوع الحكومات. بكندا صار في مظاهرات من التراك درايفرز او سواقين الشاحنات عم يحتجوا على قوانين كوفيد. فعملوا مثل تجمع وتحرك وسكروا في بعض الحدود الكندية. فأمرت الحكومة الكندية بمعاقبتهم ماليا وتجميد بعض الحسابات لناس هن بيعتبرون من اليمين المتطرف، وعم يعملوا شغب وعم يثيروا ضد الحكومة. قررت الحكومة الكندية انه تسكر او تعمل فريز على بعض هيدي الحسابات، واجت كمان طلبت من منصات تواصل للكريبتو، منصات الدعم للكريبتو، منصات تبادل الكريبتو، انه يوقفوا كل الحسابات يلي عم تدعم شوفرية الشاحنات او التراك درايفرز. فهيدي شكلت كمان اثبات انه العملات الرقميه وخاصه يلي موجوده على شيء اسمه النون كاستوديال والتس، يعني المحافظ السياديه، هي من اهم اليوز كيسز. وواحد لازم يكون عنده نون كاستوديال والت اكثر ما يكون عنده كريبتو على اكسشينج او يحط عملاته رقميه على اكسشينج. فصارت المنصات المركزيه للعملات الرقميه تارجت او هدف مثل البنوك. فاليوز كيس اليوم تبعيه البيتكوين، بما انه هي عمله لا مركزيه، ما لها مركز، ما لها مؤسس معروف، ما بنعرف مين اسسها، وهي اسيت او اصول ما حدا بيقدر يمتلكها غير صاحبها. اجت هيدي اليوز كيس اثبتت، رجعت مره ثانيه انه حتى لو حكومه مثل حكومه كندا يلي هن بيقولوا نحن حكومه ديمقراطيه، حتى لو كانت هيدي الدول دول ديمقراطيه، لازم الناس يكون عندها نون كاستوديال والتس او محافظ سياديه. عسى ولعل بيتغير الحكم، بيتغير راي الحاكم، بيتغير النظام، المصاري دائما بتكون بامان. Next Rudy please. مكسيكان سيناتور بالمكسيك يعني اليوم اخبارنا اول 3 اخبار اكثر شيء عم نعطي من وجهه نظر الحكومه شو عم بيصير اليوم. الحكومه بالمكسيك واحد السيناتورز بالمكسيك عم يطرح فكره انه تكون البيتكوين بالمكسيك ليجل تندر. شو معناتها ليجل تندر؟ مثل بالسلفادور انها تكون عمله وطنيه محليه. هيدا بيفتح الباب للاستيراد والتصدير والريميتنسز او الحوالات الماليه يلي بتصير يلي المكسيك بيعتمد كثير عليها باقتصاده، بتصير اسرع، بتصير امن، وبتصير شفافه اكثر. ولكن ضل يعني علامه الاستفهام على مكافحه تبييض الاموال، وخاصه انه المكسيك معروفه بالعصابات والاجرام والى ما هنالك. كدوله اللاتين امريكيه من المكسيك تبني العملات الرقميه كعمله محليه بيدعم اقتصادها بشكل كثير كبير، وبيساعد الدياسبورا او المهاجرين برات المكسيك لارسال الاموال الى البلد الام بطريقه كثير سريعه وكثير شفافه. Next Rudy please. نحن بالاسبوع الماضي كنا بدنا نحط هيدا الخبر، ولكن خليناه لهيدا الاسبوع لمحبين لونا يلي اطلقت العمله الرقميه الثابته تبعيتها UST. عملت اصدار لمليار دولار ليعملوا دعم للعمله تبعيتهم العملات الثابته. اليوم العملات الثابته هي من اهم الاختراعات بعالم الكريبتو، لانه بتعطي الجسر المطلوب من المصاري اللي بجيبتنا الى الكريبتو كارنسيز يلي فيها فولاتيليتي مثل البيتكوين، اثيريوم، لايتكوين وغيرها. هيدا الجسر، هيدا الربط بين جيبتي والفولاتايل كريبتو اسيتس عم يكون ثرو ستيبل كارنسيز. ستيبل كارنسيز من عد USDT يلي هي من تثر، BUSD يلي هي من باينانس، واليوم لونا عم تنافس من الفاونديشن او من المؤسسه تبعيتهم، عم تنافس هول العملتين مع UST او الستيبل كارنسي UST. سو لونا فاونديشن جارد المؤسسه الغير قابله للربح قدرت تجمع $1 مليون لتدعم هيدي، $1 مليار لقدرت تدعم هيدي الشبكه. خبر مفاجئ اليوم كان عندنا كمان من محبين البيتكوين، سامسون مو يلي هو CSO او Chief Security Officer تبع بلوكستريم. بلوكستريم هي الشركه اللي بتعطي بيتكوين نودز من الفضاء من خلال الساتلايتس. بيقدروا من خلال الساتلايتس يعملوا بث لشبكه البيتكوين على الكره الارضيه. اليوم التشيف سيكيورتي اوفيسر تبع بلوكستريم ترك بلوكستريم وعم يروح عم يتجه لشغل خاص، وهيدا الشغل الخاص هدفه تخلي الحكومات تتبنى البيتكوين كعمله وطنيه. فاليوم اذا بدنا نحط ليبل لدكستوكس، ونحن ما قصدنا انه نجيب كل هيدي الاخبار تتعلق بالحكومات، ولكن فعليا هيدا الاسبوع مشان هيك انا قلت من اهم الاسابيع بتاريخ العملات الرقميه كلها، لانه عم يتحدث والاحداث اللي عم تصير مرتبطه بالحكومات. فوصلنا للليفل مثل ما بيقولوا نمبر 3 بالادوبشن. نحن بلشنا من 2010 لل 2000 تقريبا 13 او 14 ريتيل ادوبشن فور كريبتو، يعني رودي وتاي ورندا واحمد وحسان وجوي كلهم هول كانوا عم يتداولوا وعم يلعبوا بالكريبتو مثل ما بنقول. 2014 2018 لل 2020 عم نشوف institutional adoption من الكريبتو. من ال 2021 وطلوع عم نشوف governmental adoption for crypto. ف this is the big level. هون اللي بيلعب ماريو هيدي مثل بيقولوا مرحله التنين. يعني ليش؟ لانه صار عندنا government interference in crypto regulation, government interference in crypto adoption. ولكن مين عم يقود هيدي الحملات؟ مين عم يوجه الحكومات الى المسار الصحيح بتبني البيتكوين وغيره من العملات بشكل ومضمون انها تكون عمله وطنيه محليه؟ شفنا بإل سلفادور شاب عمره تقريبا 26 سنه هو اللي كان قائد هيدي الحمله. كان يعمل سيرفينج على البحر بإل سلفادور، وقدر يوصل لرئيس إل سلفادور ويقنعه انه يكون هو يعني القائد لهيدي الحمله. سامسون مو عم ياخذ نفس الرول، باي بلدان بده يشتغل بعد ما عارفين، ولكن انه يترك بلوك ستريم لهيك شغل معناتها في بوادر قريبه عن تبني حكومات جديده للعملات الرقميه كعمله محليه. اخر خبر، ويمكن كمان من اهم الاحاديث اللي عم نسمعها اليوم بالكافيات، عم نسمعها على مواقع التواصل، اسئله عم تسالها الناس: هل نحن حنشوف روسيا تستخدم البيتكوين والعملات الرقميه كطريقه ل يعني تتخطى السانكشنز وتتخطى العقوبات الماليه؟ الجواب بكل بساطه لا، لانه البيتكوين والعملات الرقميه كشبكه بعد ما عندها الحجم الكافي من الليكويديتي انه تقدر تتبنى العملات وتقدر تضخ الاموال فيها. هيدا اول سبب. فالحجم تبع الكريبتو ماركت كلها اليوم 2 تريليون دولار، ما بكفي روسيا انها تفوت كدوله وتفوت كاقتصاد وتبني اقتصادها كاملا وتلتف على العقوبات وتفوت على عالم الكريبتو. هلا اكيد بعض الاشخاص لا يخلى الامر انه كم شخص يقدر يتخطى هيدي العقوبات من خلال الكريبتو. بنرجع بنقول ولكن اليوم الدخول على عالم العملات الرقميه مستحيل من غير اصدار الهويه او من اصدار الكي واي سي والسي اف تي والاي ام ال، يلي هي قوانين دوليه عالميه بتحمي المنظومه الماليه الحاليه ضمنا الكريبتو. فانا كمستخدم للكريبتو بدي اشتري اليوم عملات رقميه، لازم اتجه على منصات لتبادل العملات الرقميه وازود هيدي المنصه بمعلوماتي الشخصيه. وقت انا اكون تحت العقوبات معناتها هيدي المنصات ما بتقدر تشتغل معي، بدي روح التف وروح مثلا على شيء بنقول له بير تو بير with no KYC. معناتها انا بروح عند شخص، بنقول عن تاي، بقول له تاي انا ملياردير روسي، وتاي ما بهمه لا عقوبات ولا شيء، وببيعوا هيدا الكريبتو ثرو كاش موني. هيدا الشيء عمليه غير قانونيه بيعاقب عليها القانون وبتؤدي لحبسه لتاي لفترات طويله بتوصل ل20 سنه. فمن هيدا منطلق الريسك فاكتور to sell crypto for sanctioned individuals و sanctioned countries، من الصعب كتير انه نشوف الاموال الروسيه تفوت على عالم الكريبتو وترفع الاسعار لضعفين وثلاث اضعاف مثل ما عم يتسوق اليوم بالسوق. عشان هيك انا قلت ببدايه الحلقه خلينا نكون عم نستخدم العقل ومش العاطفه، وننتبه انه اليوم هيدي التحركات اللي عم تصير عم تركب على الاشاعات انه روسيا خلص حتستخدم البيتكوين وتفوت بالبيتكوين والبيتكوين حيوصل ل 100,000. كتير صعب هيدا يصير من الليكويديتي برسبكتيف، من السانكشنز برسبكتيف، وحتى من اليوزابيليتي برسبكتيف، لانه مثل ما بنعرف بيتكوين از تريسبل. فانا اذا بدي احول اموال وانقل اموال هيدا كله مبين على شبكه البلوك تشين. هيك رودي على ما اظن بنكون اعطينا زبده الحديث اليوم. برجع بعتذر انا من الكل على انه ما قدرت اكون موجود بمكان مثل ما عودناكم، نكون بمكان هادي ونقدر نفتح كاميرا ونحكي. ان شاء الله الاسبوع الجاي. خبر الاخير عن بيتكونكت. بيتكونكت، العالم اللي ما بتعرف شو هي بيتكونكت، هي اكبر بونزي سكيم صار بعالم الكريبتو، يمكن ثاني او ثالث اكبر من اكبر البونزي سكيمز لنكون دقيقين. اول اكبر بونزي سكيم كان وان كوين. بيتكونكت كان عم يسوق للعمله تبعيته انه هي حتكون اقوى من البيتكوين، واليوم طلع حكم ب المسوقين لعمله البيتكوين يلي وصل يعني وصل عمليه الاحتيال فيها $2.4 طلع فيهم حكم قضائي من امريكا. هيك رودي انا بكون خلصت اللي عندي. بنرجع بنعتذر للمره الثالثه. next week we will be live with a video cam in a quiet environment. بس it was
نحن
really اليوم
دائما
necessary
اون
نحكي بهيدا الموضوع، شو عم يصير بروسيا، شو عم يصير باسعار البيتكوين،
100%.
مشان العالم يضل الوعي عندها موجود وما تنجر وراء حكي الجرايد.
100%. ونحن بدنا نرسل بعد شوي going to Mars، بدنا نرسل التوك شو ما بيوقف. وين ما كان عم نطلع وين في انترنت عم نطلع. ميرنا عم بتقول see you in METAWEEK really busy week.
يس
جوانا
انا موجود
عطية
بدبي حاليا، يلي موجود بدبي يتواصل معي بشكل شخصي، حنكون تقريبا بكل الايفنتس و I'm happy to meet people face to face.
yes so join our WhatsApp مع فلوس and then connect مع تاي. عنا من بوب العملات المشفرة والعانة، بدنا السعودية تعمل قوانين، يعني عم تبلش بعتقد somewhere. هلا بنشوف شو البلان تبعهم، لانه في شغل عم بيصير، وطالما اتلاندد بدبي وب بالبحرين، يعني في بوادر خير تنقدر نمشي. ما تنسوا تلحقونا على البودكاست تبع انغامي. نحن صرنا موجودين على بودكاست انغامي، فجوين اس. تاي all the best, all the luck لهالجمعة. إذا بدك
شكرا رودي لك.
كلمة.
ثانك يو رودي، ثانك يو حبيبي.
يلا all the best، نرجع بنحكي. فإذا مثل ما شفتوا اليوم حلقة يعني فيها كان معنا two different guests. رامي قادي the first fashion designer اللي عمل دروب بال NFT وخاصة على كاردانو، وخبرنا ليش كاردانو وشو البلان تبعه، why if you join his the NFT شو بيطلع، وشو الكلب والممبرشيب. وكمان شفنا كمان أولغا من the METAWEEK عن الويك تبع الميتا اللي هو جمعة الجاي the whole week، بس more specifically كمان ب 8 and 9 March. So be there على الويب سايت metaweek إذا ماني غلطان سوري على themetaweek.com. اوكي. فجوين تاي at flus.com وجوين اس نحن على Dxtalks for more news، تضلكم updated شو عم بيصير بموضوع العملات المشفرة. فنحن بدنا نرجع نتشكركم ونقول لكم a big thank you. نحن دايما الشكر لكم and see you next week. وما تنسوا تعملوا شو big like and big share. So thank you again عن جد على كل الدعم. وهيك نحن بنكون خلصنا، ونتشكركم ونشوفكم بالجمعة الجاي بحلقة جديدة ممكن تكون من قلب المعرض بحد ذاته. فخليكم معنا وستay updated على السوشيال ميديا تبعنا كلنا.